Boy, oh boy. Hi-Rez is really making some crazy changes for Smite this year. Let me tell you what. I tell you one thing. Anyways, guys, my name is chewchub. Welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to talk about Classic Joust. So apparently Hi-Rez has decided that even though they just reworked the Joust map for I forget if it was this season or last season. Honestly, I can't remember, but it was within like the past year or so they've done this. They have decided that, you know what? Let's just scrap that idea. We're going to bring back Classic Joust. You know, the map from beta in season 1. You know, you guys know Classic Joust, right? Yeah. They're bringing that back and not bringing it back in a way of how they used to, where it's like, hey, here's a nice little homage to the past. Here's a separate cute. No. They're bringing it back as the permanent Joust map for now. So we'll get into this in a little bit here. If you want to learn more about all this stuff, like all the fine details about changes they made to the map, I'll leave a link in the description to the patch notes. But essentially what's going on here is they're going to replace the current Joust map, that is the map they're using right now, with the Classic Joust map, which is going to happen in patch 8.6, which is also the patch where Morgan Le Fay is being added to the game. Now, both maps, being the new one and Classic, are going to be active in not casuals, sorry. They're going to be active in the customs lobbies. So if you still want to play the new map, then you can. It just has to be a custom game. And they are making the Classic Joust map both the map for casual queue and also the ranked Joust and dual queue at the same time. So no one is saved from the change that's going to happen. Their plan is to rotate the maps every couple updates. And right now, the plan is just Classic Joust and the current map. They may add the Season 3 map in as the third option later on if there's enough community feedback, but for right now, it's just Classic Joust and the new map. So you guys might be thinking, well, why are they doing this? Like, what's the point? They feel that changing the map to the Classic Joust will have gameplay and balance changes to the game. Because as you guys might know who played Jousts, there's a certain god, Gilgamesh. I don't want to name any names here, but Gilgamesh. He has kind of run rampant in Joust as one of the top performing gods in that game mode, because all of the walls that are used in the map are small enough for him to jump over. So basically at any point in time, you could just be doing whatever you want, trying to clear a camp, trying to clear minions, do whatever. All of a sudden, Gilgamesh jumps over the wall, drop kicks you in the face, and you die immediately. And that's just not fun. So bringing back the old map with the thicker walls, you know, might cause Gilgamesh to not be played as much. And obviously, different gods get picked and stuff like that. It might make it interesting. And this is also going to set a precedent for map rotation, which could happen in the future. Because of this map rotation, it might happen with Conquest. There has been no details at all about it being used for Conquest, but it could be a thing where they decide, hey, you know what? Let's go back to the Season 2 Conquest map. Let's go back to the beta Conquest map. Let's go back to whatever in the future to kind of switch things up. Also, another reason why they've done this is that every time they bring back Classic Joust, it splits the player base for the Joust queue, where half the players want Classic Joust only and half the players want, you know, the normal Joust. The Classic Joust map has a similar feel to Morgan Le Fay being released to the game because of its look, like the medieval setting. So they feel like having her come in the game with that theme fits it better than the current map. And also because of them doing this, they have had to make some balance changes to the map, like XP earn rate, gold earn rates, changes to the buffs and like how much they affect players. All that stuff will be in the patch notes linked in the description. I'm not going to go over all that stuff. So my kind of like thoughts on all this happening, as someone who has played Smite since beta, I never really liked Classic Joust that much. I didn't start playing Joust all that much until Season 3 happened. Now granted, this was also the time whenever I started playing Smite with my fiance because she started to get into the game at the end of season 2, and then when season 3 came out is when she officially started to really play it. And so all she knows really is the season 3 map and this one. So I mean, like I said, I didn't get a ton of time with the old Joust map, but the time that I did play it, I didn't really enjoy it all that much. I felt that the season 3 map was a way better version of Joust, and I still think it is currently the best iteration of Joust that they have made. So the fact that they're going back to the classic one and not season 3 and saying, oh, well, we might bring that back later as an option rotation, I think that's not fair. I think they should have it as a rotation right now if they're going to be doing this. And also, because of this whole map rotation precedent that they want to set, what's going to happen if they decide one day, well, we're going to make it so that every time you queue up for Joust, you don't know what map you're going to get? Which I think would be a decent idea. I mean, there are other games, any other game that has maps in it, you get into a lobby and you don't know what map you're going to play on until you hit the actual lobby, be it Paladins or Overwatch or Call of Duty, even games like that, you always know what map you're going to. And especially in a game like Paladins or Overwatch, the champion or god or whatever they're called in that game, the person you pick to play as, especially in ranked, is determined by the map that you're going to. And if you go into Smite and you don't know what map you're going to, especially when it comes to ranked, if you queue up for ranked Joust or duel and you pick a god, and then it goes to the loading screen and you're like, okay, what's going on here? And then you load into the map and you see it's a map that the god you picked does not do well on, you're immediately at a disadvantage because you didn't know which map you're going to. So I feel like if they did go that route where they wanted to, every match you queue up for, you go to a different map, I think they should add a little picture or something in the god selection screen so you know where you're going. Because that's huge. No person wants to try to rank up in duels or even rank Joust and be held back in the ranking system just because they picked a god that's unfavorable for that map. That's just not fair. But anyways, guys, that's about all I have to say about this right now. I still am unsure about what's going on over there at Hi-Rez. Like, first you announced that you're gonna get rid of Clash and Siege and make them one game mode together called Slash, which still is a dumb name. And then now you're saying, oh, we're bringing back a Joust map from like 7 years ago as the permanent map for like 3 months or whatever. I don't know what's going on over there. Like, I kind of wish they would just leave things alone and actually properly balance items and gods, because even though they get nerfed, Gilgamesh, man, I've said his name a lot this video, they're still a little bit overpowered in some aspects. Granted, I don't play Conquest, so I don't know if he's really good in that game or not, but in other ones, he is, he's a bit much. But anyways, we're not here to talk about Gilgamesh. We're here to talk about Classic Joust, and like I said, I don't have much more to say. So with that being said, guys, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and also turn on notifications so you're updated on whenever I post new content related to Smite. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one.